While the world is still asleep, some men begin their day, not for themselves, but for their family. This is the story of Nam, a father whose love is not spoken in words, but is carved into every moment of his silent sacrifice. Before the sun even rises, he gently checks on his wife, Lan, and his two children, Min and An, sleeping peacefully. A quiet smile touches his lips as he pulls the blanket up to cover them, a simple gesture of protection. Then, he quietly steps out into the early morning chill. His old bicycle creaks as it carries him through the awakening streets, headed towards the dust-filled construction site. Here, amidst the clamor of work, Nam becomes just another laborer, carrying heavy loads, mixing cement, sweat pouring down his face. A coworker might ask if he's tired, and he'll just smile and say he's used to it, as long as he has the strength to keep going. Because for him, physical exhaustion is not what's frightening. The real fear is seeing his family go without. Back at home, Lan is in their small kitchen. She glances at her nearly empty wallet and lets out a soft sigh. Their little daughter, Anne, lets out a small cough, a sound that tightens a mother's heart. When young Min asks if his dad will be home early, Lan musters a gentle smile, reassuring him that his father always tries his best for them. A wife often understands best, seeing the deep, silent struggles hidden behind her husband's weary smile. She knows his every effort is for them. Midday at the construction site. Nam sits alone, eating a simple lunchbox Lan prepared. His phone buzzes. It's a message from her, and feels a bit tired, but it's okay. He freezes for a moment, his eyes filled with a worry he cannot show. He can't be at home to comfort his daughter, so he clenches his jaw and gets back to work. He can't be there in person, but he can work harder, earn a little more, so his family won't have to worry about the cost of medicine or a doctor's visit. As the afternoon wears on, the sky darkens and a sudden heavy rain begins to fall. While others seek shelter, Nam continues to work, his clothes soaked through. In the slick mud, he slips, scraping his hand. A coworker urges him to go home and rest, but he insists he's fine, that he can still work. Some wounds don't bleed or leave scars on the skin. They are the invisible marks of sacrifice, etched deeply into the heart of a father who refuses to stop. Evening finally arrives, and the family gathers around a simple meal. The house is filled with warmth, a stark contrast to the harshness of the day. Before he takes a bite himself, Nam carefully places the best pieces of food into his wife's and children's bowls. Lan looks at him, her voice soft, telling him to eat more, to not always give everything to them. He just smiles his tired smile and says he's full, that seeing them eat well is enough to fill him up. For a father like him, his happiness always comes second, a quiet afterthought to the happiness of his family. Later that night, the house is quiet. Nam sits on the floor, patiently mending Min's old worn-out sandals. His son watches him, his young eyes full of curiosity. "Dad," Min asks, "why do you work all the time and never rest?" Nam pauses his work. He looks at his son, his gaze soft and deep. "Because I love this family," he says. "One day, when you grow up, you'll understand. Love isn't just about what we say. It's about what we do every single day." The long days and relentless work begin to take their toll. One night, Nam is seized by a heavy, racking cough, his body trembling with exhaustion. Lan watches him, her eyes filling with tears. "Please," she pleads, "don't push yourself so hard." He reaches for her hand, his grip still firm. "As long as our family is okay," he whispers, "I can endure a little more." Some men choose to carry the world on their shoulders, to bear every burden themselves, so that the ones they love can live with lighter hearts. Time passes. The seasons change, years go by. The children grow taller, their laughter filling the small house. Nam's hair begins to show streaks of gray, and new lines are etched around his eyes. But through it all, one thing remains constant. The family is still together, their bond strengthened by his unwavering dedication. Time may steal a man's youth and strength, but it can never, ever take away a father's love. That love is a foundation, stronger than any structure he ever helped build. And so, we see them now sitting together on their small front porch under the warm evening light. The children are older, Nam and Lan a little grayer, but they are together, holding hands. The scene is quiet, peaceful. It's a testament to a lifetime of quiet effort. Perhaps the richest man in the world isn't the one with the most money in the bank. Perhaps he is the one who, through his silent, everyday actions, makes his family feel safe, cherished, and deeply loved. If this story touched your heart, please share it to honor all the silent fathers out there. Thank you for watching.